Hi, Ocean. So I just thank you so much for meeting with me today. And do you want to just quickly introduce yourself and where you work?
Sure, I'm Ocean Robbins, co-founder and CEO of Food Revolution Network. We're a 750,000 member online education and advocacy community that is committed to healthy, ethical, and sustainable food for all.
I love it. And I love that it's grown in the time that we work together too.
It has. We were at about 500,000 members when I first met you, and it has grown, and you've certainly been part of that
Oh,
in a
I'm,
good
I'm
way.
so happy. I'm really happy to hear that. It's just such an important mission and great work that you do. So thank you for having me be a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, we're very blessed.
Oh,
I think everything you've touched has kind of turned to gold. It's how it feels sometimes. Like we work so hard to get things to a certain place, and then you just come along and bring a level of skill and insight and alignment really with who we're really trying to be. That's exquisite.
wow. Thank you. It really makes me feel very special to be involved in that. And yeah, just massive respect for what you've created.
Thank you.
So I just have a few questions. And so my first one, well, you sort of answered it already, but if you'd perhaps like to say anything else, was what things were like before in terms of writing the copy. And I know that you were writing some of it and some of the other people on your team, but how has it improved for you in terms of, anything from, less stress to more, higher conversions, anything that you can name?
So before we started working with you, the copy was complicated. A lot of times I was writing it, or our chief strategy officer was writing it. But as a CEO of a growing company with 20 plus team members, I was usually the bottleneck. So we could only produce so many products so fast because I had limited capacity. And um, I had the experience consistently that other people who worked on copy, it just didn't land quite right. And we hired various consultants at various times, and some of them were kind of hit or miss, and some of them were more helpful than others. But it was always a source of pain and frustration. And what happened when we found you was that we started. Of course, you could do actual functional tasks, i.e., you could write copy where we didn't have it before, which was huge because otherwise that was me. And it's a lot of late nights, honestly, to get that done on top of everything else. But you also could take previous copy when we did a relaunch or we ran a split test. We'd say, okay, let's have Geo work on a version and then compare. And that was the really amazing thing to me because we love split tests and we're a big enough company that we get high volume. I mean, with 750,000 members and launches where we may sell 20,000 products, we get a lot of data pretty quickly. And so we are all about being data driven, and split testing is a fantastic way to assess what actually works. It doesn't really matter, subjectively what my personal opinion is nearly so much as it matters what's the impact. How does it land for the consumer, for the reader? And are they buying? Are they participating? Are they engaging? Are they opting in? And what we saw, we have run, I think now 5 different split tests where we ran the sort of Geo version of copy against our best take before that. And in which 5 split tests in which the Geo version won by like an average of 20%. Now, if you think about what 20% is, you do all the work of a launch, all the work of building up traffic, all the work of ads and affiliates and all the product development, and you can get a 20% uplift just because of different words on a freaking page.
Yeah.
And you are going up against the best copywriter we'd found so far, pretty much. And years of practice, like stuff we'd been developing and fine tuning over years. And so to see you come in and bring that extra spark of clarity and presence and creativity and engagement in a way that didn't feel sleazy or manipulative. It felt like a clean talking to people in their hearts, but it definitely had an embodied heartful quality to it. It wasn't just staying in the head. You know how to land it in people's lives. without it feeling like we're going into their heart and trying to like pull them for commercial benefit, but we're really trying to just connect with them where they are and pull them to what's possible. And so your copy kind of awakens people's sense of native capacity to create something different in their life.
Mm.
And I think that's a real gift to humanity, to be honest. And of course, it's a great gift to our company's goals.
Yeah, I definitely feel that when I hear about the wins that we've had, it's just that it's that many more people who were able to reach and inspire to, get these incredible results, and then just feedback more, give more testimonials and have their lives changed in these really real ways. And that to me just is very inspiring, and it sort of creates this positive feedback loop where we're just able to really connect with people and reflect why it matters, and really get them in touch with that. So yeah, so I think that's just the best. And what's really exciting to me is that, the extra revenue that you've been able to make from the additional, the higher conversion rates and success rates, it's like that's money that can go back into the business to help it grow.
Absolutely. And we are growing, and we're able to produce more products now, partly because we don't have the bottleneck that we had before in terms of copy and my own capacity, and partly because our products have been more successful, which enables us to expand and reach more people. So we're able to run more ads and expand our audience. And because we want to change the way the world eats, we've got a big mission. It's going to take a lot to get there. And so every step we can take towards that mission is really important, and you've helped to kind of turbocharge our progress.
Yeah, and we've worked on some really incredible projects together. So right now we're working on a healthy heart course, inspiring people to take better care of their hearts. We've worked on a plant-based program to inspire people to eat more plant-based foods and be healthier, as well as reduce their impact on the environment. And the regenerative agriculture program, where we were teaching people about the importance of the food and the soil that it comes from. So it's just been a really fun ride with a lot of exciting things, and there's more in store. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, me too. Absolutely.
So I'd asked you if there are any particular stats
Right.
that jumped out that you could think of, that you'd love to share.
Well, I think I already shared some previously. So um, we have run split tests with you, reworking sales page copy, also reworking the funnel structure, and created a different funnel for one evergreen product we had, where we changed the email flow and the number of emails people got and the way the timing worked, sort of the pacing of the journey, and then also created fresh copy for that. So that was, and in both of those, we saw 20% uplift on the Geo version, I could say. One was for a sales page of Plant Powered and Thriving, which is an online course we created, and the other one was for the sort of funnel structure for the Need to Grow and the film launch for that. Yeah, we've just seen a tremendous. Oh, and I think Healthy Brain, we also saw a sales page where you made a version of a brain course, and again, massively better results from the Geo version. So we've almost gotten to the point where we don't test anything anymore. We just take what Geo says and use it. But sometimes it's fun to actually see what the uplift is, and sometimes the uplift is 1% or 2%. I don't know if out of like 8 or 10 Geo versions of different pages, whether it's landing pages or sales pages, I don't think anything you've ever done has ever lost. And that's remarkable, because honestly, with split tests, I mean, if you get a 50% batting average, that's great, in my opinion, because like half the time and you improve, and half the time you don't improve, and you're just back where you were, which is all good, right? So to my eyes, that's a success with a split test. But to get it like 100% or 8 out of 8 or whatever is pretty stunning. And again, multiple with 20% or more uplift, whether it's in opt-ins, which is ultimately going to turn into sales, or it's direct sales on a sales page. So we've been incredibly impressed. And again, for me, there are different ways to get those kinds of metrics, but to do so in a way that feels deeply integrous and brand aligned is because we're about changing the world. We're not just about selling stuff, and I feel like you've gotten that and helped us to even be more true to that in our messaging.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been an honor. And I will say that the copy was decent. The copy was good when I came in. It was just a matter of, streamlining some of the language and, tapping into a little bit of the emotional core more. So you already had a lot of things really working well. And it's just been an honor to come in and sprinkle a little magic on there and help it to become even more incredible. So thank you. Thank you for bringing me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, you've always been solidly, reliably on deadline with everything. And so from a team perspective, our team loves working with you too, because our team hates sort of creative types that we bring in from the outside who, have their own sense of timing, let's say. And a lot of people, quite frankly, don't do anything until the 11th hour, and then it's crank, 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 stress, stress, stress. And our team likes to take weekends off, and we really want to have sustainability and a healthy workplace culture,
Yeah.
and not always be racing from one crisis to the next. And so working with somebody who's impeccable in their delivery and timelines and, works well with the team ecosystem is also a real privilege.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, when you have a team of 20 people, having a delay like that can really throw a wrench in a lot of things. So yeah, I take pride in my deadlines and take them seriously, because I know that it affects your team, it affects the entire launch, and it's super important to keep things feeling stress-free as much as possible. So yeah. Well, thanks so much, Ocean. That's really all that I have to ask for today. It's been really wonderful to chat with you, and again, I super appreciate you taking the time.
Terrific. Thanks so much. I
All
appreciate
right,
you.
thanks. Take care.
Okay, bye.